Hello, my name is Miriam Bell and I am a family constellation facilitator. And this is the fifth one of my series of short videos about the orders of love, which are at the foundation of the constellation work and were defined by the father of family constellations, Bert Hellinger. In this video, I will talk about the order of love related to the balance of give and take. So in the family system, between single family members, there has always to be a balance of give and take. And this balance is different when it comes to the relationship between parents and children and to an adult or romantic relationship. Let's start with the relationship between parents and children. The parents give and the children take. And the children have to take what the parents give. If it is much, it is much. If it is little, it is little. Because there is one thing that all parents have given or give to their children, and it is the biggest gift that anyone can give to another person, and this is life. And with giving us life, our parents have given us everything that we need. And you might say, but my father didn't give me enough, my father didn't support me, my father treated me really bad, or my mother. And yes, this might be true. But still there are the parents. And we are 50% father and 50% mother. So what happens when I reject my father? I reject 50% within myself. If I reject 20% my mother and 10% my father, still I reject these parts within myself. And it's not about loving the parents. Our child's soul, our inner child's soul loves them anyway. But as grown-ups, it's about accepting the parents. It's about acknowledging them as they are, about acknowledging that our life comes from them and through them. And that if they were only different like this, or totally different people, we would not be here. I am here because my parents are or have been exactly as they are or were. So between a parent and a child, there is always an imbalance, because as much as we would like to give back life to our parents when they are old, we can't. And this imbalance is rebalanced, or when we as children grow up and give life to our children. So we pass on the flow of life. Or if we don't have children, if we fully take our life from our parents and with our potential, with our gifts, do something good and share it with the world and with the community. But taking our life fully from our parents means that we have to acknowledge them. Because if not, we will not be able to take our life totally, 100%. So this is the balance between, or imbalance between, a parent and a child. And the child then leaves the relationship with the parent and creates a family of their own, starting with a relationship. And in an adult relationship, the balance is different. In an adult relationship, there is an equal percentage of giving and taking on both sides. I give as much as you're able to give, and I take as much as you are able to take. And this is quite easy when we are in the first stage of getting to know each other and we are still on cloud 9, because I want to show my best and you want to show your best. So at the beginning it's quite easy to have this balance. But then what happens is we understand that the other person is not the princess or the Prince Charming we were thinking they are, or expecting, or dreaming of. And now comes in how we have processed our relationship with our parents. Because if we are still in this child mode, in this needy mode, in this mode of judgment and blaming towards our parents, in this conviction that we should have been given more from them, then we will project this on our partners. And we will expect that the partner now gives us what we didn't receive from our parents. And I think we all know what kind of issues this is bringing. So what happens then usually is that one of the partners is the one who starts giving more and more and more out of an attempt to finally reach the other person, out of the hope that if I give enough, if I do everything I can, finally the other person will see me and will love me and will support me. And usually on the other side, it's too much, though the other person withdraws and gives less. And it seems takes more. So from this balance that we had at the beginning, more and more an imbalance is created. And what we have here is the same relationship, the same imbalance between parents and children. And what do children do? They leave their relationship. And this is what's happening in an adult relationship. So usually the one who takes more leaves the relationship. And what happens then is that this person is blamed for leaving the relationship, usually. It's like the other person says, oh, I sacrificed my life for this person and now he or she is leaving. And here it is very important to understand that, yes, but it's not because the other person is a bad person and I am a good person. It's because we have created an imbalance in our relationship. And within a relationship, each partner is 50% responsible for the relationship. So if the other one has taken too much, I have to think about if I have given too much. And then we can come back and see things how they really are and were, and then I can understand where my wounds are, my expectations. Because I always say the partner is an angel putting their fingers on our deepest wounds, not because they are bad, but because they help us to become aware of what still wants to be healed within ourselves. And when we understand this, we can take the first steps towards healing. And in a constellation, this is so clear, this comes up so clear when children don't accept their parents, when children are still angry, when children are not able to take their life from their parents. And we can see the consequences, how much they are, how much this hinders them from taking their own life, from connecting to their resources, from connecting to their potential and to their creativity or gifts, and how everything changes when the acknowledgement of the parents is done and is processed. And we can see when it comes to relationships, to adult relationships, how the entanglement with the respective parents hinders the couple from connecting. And the changes when we have healed, or the two partners or maybe sometimes only one of them has healed their respective wounds with their parents, and then they are able again to reconnect and to continue the partnership on a totally different basis. And this is where healing starts and can happen. Thank you for listening and watching this video. If you have more questions or want to know more about it, feel free to contact me. And if you want, there is one video left of this series of Ursula Maria Bell. And yeah, I wish you a good life in the spirit of love and reconciliation. Thank you.